If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in a Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft. What? Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. Child shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
All right, ladies and gents.
Part 2 of the Dream Theater in the Presence of Enemies song.
Part 2.
This is for the big homie, the Wackator. Oh, it's supposed to be the Wackator. Not just Wackator.
You're just now finding that.
Well, I mean, I expected more of you.
All
right, let's go. Let's get into the song.
Go. This is part 2, right?
Part 2.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Part 2.
Okay. Here we go.
Kind of sounds like Do You Hear What I Hear, but in a weird way.
Welcome, tired pilgrim, into the circle. expected. Now we can begin. Let this hollow day of judgment remain. I have known you, Father, and your sacred quest. Blessed soldier fighting, you shall never rest. I have known you, but do you know me? Angels fall, oh, for you. Demon horse, play my soul is yours, I will Dark Master within, I will fight for you. Dark Master of sin, now my soul is yours. Dark Master, my guide, I will die for you. Dark Master inside. I cannot see his face, but I could feel his spite. A presence from the dead, abandoned by the light. His shadow will consume him from within. This power that I sense, the rage behind those eyes. He's just a solid ghost, a spirit sealed inside. The body and the soul both threats, for they are one. Angels fall, all for you. Demon heart, bleed for us. My soul is yours, master. Dark Master within, I will fight for you. Dark Master of sin, now my soul is yours. Dark Master, my guide, I will die for you. Dark Master inside, Dark Master of men, I belong to you. Dark Master within. Don't bother trying to find them, they will be coming to you. Fight! Fight and destroy until you can't take anymore. Steal the blood of the rebels, they are the children of hell. Flesh of the undead, stopping and nothing to kill. Sin, caught in a moment of weakness, it is the greatest of all. So, half of my soul, and now it's too late for you. I judge as my eyes see. I judge and I am just. For I speak of the beast that lives in all of us. Unwelcome ones, your time has come. Lord, you are my God and my shepherd. Nothing
Whoa.
more shall I want. Walk through the abyss into the shadow of death. for the fear now, for I know you were with me. My cup overflows, my enemy's blood. I decay in the house of the Lord, forever amen. Death will follow me all the days of my life. I judge as my eyes see. I judge and I am just. For I speak of the beast that lives in all of us. Unwelcome one, your time has come. Servants of the fallen, fight to pave the way. For their Savior's calling on this wicked day. Through a veil of madness, with a vicious blade, one man rises up, standing in their way.
Whoa, bass solo, bass solo, bass solo, let's go! Bass solo, bitches!
Strange. Too far. Too far.
This right here.
My soul grows weaker. He knows and he waits. He watches over me, standing at the infernal gates. In the hour of darkness, the moment I feared has passed. The moment I lost my faith, promising salvation. My soul is my own now. I do not fight for you, Dark Master.
Wow. What? All right, lay it on us, Vin. Lay it on us. What's going on?
Okay, somebody explain to me the necessity how this segment of the song matched with what we heard.
I knew it.
This part right here is the bass solo, which is ridiculous. Love it. Amazing. Gangster shit. Gangster shit. Okay. All right. Great. I love it. Great. I just, and then it goes to that amazing solo. That was just brilliant. The song was 4 minutes too long, dear listener. And there were so many sweet parts to that thing, and then it was just.
Yeah, that part I didn't.
I could have beatboxed. Look,
You took it too far. Yeah, I agree with you. That section in there, I was like, you've gone too far.
I don't have a problem with odd time signatures.
But some of it was so beautiful.
We listen to Rush. We listen to Tool. I don't have a problem with and enjoy them, highly score them. It's not the odd time signatures. It's you have something amazing. You got a brilliant chorus. You got really heavy, cool parts. You got great melodic parts. And then there are these massive interludes that go for 3.5, 4, 5 minutes that...
Yeah.
It's like I said.
If it was important to you, you should have put it somewhere else.
Prague. It's
I can throw in that.
Like, this is supposed to be the magnum opus, wanking, whatever. I'm still gonna get a high score because the song is like 16 minutes long, and so I'm not gonna kill the song because of that interlude. But there's like 5 songs in that interlude, man. Like. The parts in themselves, some of them were good. I don't really like the keyboard. Just go ahead.
Okay, I loved the song, especially like the beginning and the ending. There was that middle section that I agree. I looked at you and said, they've gone too far.
I mean, even you saw it.
Yeah, and I think I like Prague, but that middle piece, honestly, it felt like it didn't belong. It felt like in the middle of the song, like the kids got involved or something. I don't know.
I told you and there was a dragon, and there was this, and there was Sharp, and there was this. I was like, why, bro?
It did feel like that. I gotta say.
I told you this is.
And
Prague,
some
this
of
is
it
what
was
they
so
do.
friggin' good. Like I think if you would have just cut that out of it, like you said, cut the song down so it would have been quite so long, and you just had there was so many strong parts to it, and some of the ways that he was singing, it was just absolutely beautiful. And
yes,
I felt just drawn into it. I loved it. In the end, does he fight for the rights to his own soul?
Yeah, I think he does. He takes back. See, he sold half of his soul to here's the Numinator. This is for you, Ben Webb. Big DT fan here. Even I agree that sometimes the wanking is too much. Shazakala. Exactly. It's sometimes they just go too far. But yeah, okay. Aside from that wasn't the only part of the song. But
Man, some of the way he was singing.
I prophesied about Prague music, and I was proven not to be a false prophet. Inshallah. So here we go. That's the wrong one. That was the Iliad.
So he
Go
decides to go not toward the light, but to follow them instead.
Okay, so here's the story, because this Mike Pebbles guy gave us a pretty good. Honey, why don't you just bring your water to the
but then it's on the desk, and then I gotta move it back over there.
That's why you have a cap, so that the computer will be
protected. I thought you had. Okay, well, good, excellent.
I mean, you could do it any way you please. Okay, so here's the story. There's this angel named, he's an archangel. Let me bring up Pebbles again. Okay, so there's an archangel by the name of Temozarela.
Okay, look.
Temozarela. Okay, so there's an angel by the name of Temozarela. He fights next to God against the demonic hosts or whatever. They win a victory, whatever. But then Temozarela starts to see that God, I'm going to call him, I'm not going to do that. That guy, the angel, sees that God is starting to put his attention to humanity and showing favoritism to humanity.
Okay.
So he goes, man, fuck this shit. So he goes off with his crew, and they start building temples and stuff and start getting worshipped by man and start having all these, like the bad principalities did, right? Mm-hmm. Psalm 82 stuff. And God says, hey, what are you doing? And then he traps his soul in these idols or whatever and then pushes him underground. In comes this priest named Ivan. Ivan, the priest, somehow mistakenly frees him, liberates Tamozarela.
Okay.
And then Ivan, for all of his work in liberating this demon or whatever, ends up getting crucified.
What?
And he gets to watch as his girl dies in front of him or whatever. And so that was the whole lost love thing in song 1. Right? So then,
that's why vengeance was important.
Seduct.
Oh.
So then Tamozarela actually kills him or whatever. So Belial shows up, and Belial is a very high, powerful intertestamental demon.
Uh-huh.
A lot of Christians don't realize this, but the devil or Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, he's one guy among a bunch of very powerful principalities who, in the Old and New Testament and the intertestamental period, are very powerful in their own rights and have crews and all the rest.
Yeah.
I don't think that and I believe in all this stuff, by the way. I don't believe that the demons are completely and totally unified.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there are factions just like in the human world. I think many times those factions come together against a common enemy because they know that if they're going up against God, they're going to lose or whatnot, or even up against a church or even up against me. They have significant problems.
Facts.
I mean,
We've seen it.
We've seen it, sir.
Seen
Dear
it.
listener. Then you called me up. You're like, oh, I'm like, man, scared of bitches.
I know. I didn't call you. I went running down there.
You
You were
ran in there with all your fear.
Yeah, you were in the middle of a show.
Yeah, you ran in there with all your fear. I'm like, ugh.
Well, you know why?
I don't know why.
Because there was a you had a psychotic element in your life already and that person was very heavily influenced by.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, all it has to be is just a thought.
By dark intelligence.
Yeah, and so
But Belial, the angel of malevolence, thou hast created for the pit. His rule is in darkness. His purpose is to bring about wickedness and iniquity. These are the Qumran manuscripts found in Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay, I think that's the Essene community. So anyway, Belial shows up and says, listen, if you give me half of your soul, I will resurrect you, and you can go fight this angel who killed your girl and all the rest of it.
Okay.
So that's the temptation that he was falling into. Instead of just accepting his death, accepting his fate, taking some responsibility. You're the guy that let the devil out in the first fucking place.
Taking some responsibility. Okay.
He takes the deal. He goes and fights, and I think at the end he tells Belial, "Well, I'm not giving you my soul either. Nigga, I'm keeping my shit."
Good for him.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I think some of this stuff, and he says, if you go back to those lyrics again, because
we're here.
Because he had quoted a psalm, like Psalm 42, "Where's your God?" Yada yada yada. And I said I don't think he meant to do that because that was a pretty complex illusion that he made.
Yeah.
But if you look at what he does here,
right, the Lord, you are my shepherd part.
Yeah, where he inverts Psalm 23.
Yeah.
Lord, you are my God and my shepherd. Nothing more shall I want. Walk through the abyss into the shadow of death. That's obviously an inversion of, the famous Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. As a matter of fact, what's the name of the song? In the presence of my enemies?
Yeah.
Psalm 23, that's a famous line. He makes a table for me in the presence of my enemies. So this is inverting Psalm 23 as basically a psalm to Belial, which, of course, Belial gets mentioned in the New Testament. Paul says, what fellowship does light have with darkness? What fellowship does Christ have to do with Belial?
Yep.
So when he's saying don't join forces with dark intelligences, what the hell are you guys doing, basically, is what Paul says. But so it's very fascinating to me. Lyrically, you got to give him a lot of credit because that's a very complex. I still am not convinced that he understood the Psalm 42 implications of the first record, but he's not Nergal. I mean, Nergal, he's probably the master at this, where he takes biblical and intertestamental literature and weaves them in and then inverts them in a pro-satanic sense. But this guy's not being pro-satanic. He's just looking at the comic book. Mm-hmm. He's just the comic book.
But it has a lot of the similar. What?
Someone else said want to see you.
Who?
Someone else said they want to see you.
Wants to see who?
One of you two. I don't know. This is from the main people's lines.
It's for what?
The main people's alliance.
That's just people that want signatures and stuff.
Tell him to wait 5 minutes.
Okay, they have mic on microphone, so I don't really want to do like a news story or something.
Tell him to wait. Tell him to wait 5 minutes. I'm cut. It's probably because of that speech I did with the thing. Oh. I'll be down in 5 minutes. Yeah. So that inversion of Psalm 23 is gonna heavily influence my score. But you guys already know how I feel about the look at me.
So I would have honestly given this song like a 9.9 if they didn't have that middle section in there, because I still think it's a really, really well done song. But that middle section, that really took it down for me because it just didn't even feel like it fit. That's my opinion. I don't think it belonged in the song, and I think it took away from the song. So it's getting a 9.2 for me. But like I said, it would have been a 9.8 or a 9.9 if it didn't have that middle section. I liked everything else.
Franz has a cat named Belial. Baphomet and Leviathan. Remember that lady who named her kids like Damien and
but that's her kid. This is a cat.
And Shemyaz and all the rest of this. Shut up!
Oh man. What did you give it?
I'm gonna give this song.
Janelle, I love Greek mythology as well.
This song is a 6.3. It's a 6.
What?
6.3. The middle really hurt it, but the lyrics really redeemed it. Honestly.
Wow.
Honestly, the lyrics really redeemed it because that was brilliant ass.
That's insane.
Riff writing. So there you go.
All right, you guys, we have some weird adventure we're about to go join into. So
we might jump on later, actually,
and let you guys know who these camera
people are. I'm very
people
interested in this Death Bell Omega situation. We might do kind of like a Middle America for music, though, like news reporting, like 5 minutes on music news.
Babe.
But
anyway, you're funny.
Shout out to the Wacky Tour. He's honestly, like, as a whole, though, aside from this last thing from Dream Theater, which I don't think they can help it. I
didn't at first like that he split up the part 1 and part 2, but I actually, now that I experienced it was a good call.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the order you want? And he said yes. I'm like, all right, now I agree. Yeah. I see what you did.
And you and Janelle are gonna have wine and discuss Greek mythology.
Oh,
Greek mythology.
I would love it.
This is actually making me rethink Prague. I mean, aside from the Dream Theater meltdown, this is actually making me rethink Prague a little bit, because the entire thing was Prague and it was really good, except for that little 3-minute portion. So, having said that, dear listener, shout out to the Wacky Tour, freaking amazing DJ, and everybody knows how I feel about Prague. So for him to do 4 Prague songs is.
Yeah, he was like, fuck you, Vin. I'm doing what I want.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Which is the entire point of the DJ streams. This is the entire point.
Plus, I like Prague, so I appreciate it.
Yes. Having said that, dear listener.
All right.
Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.